Okay guys, hope you all enjoyed 22.1. Here we are with 22.2, which is a 2-part workout. So we've got part A, which is an 8-minute AMRAP. We'll go through that in a second. You'll then have a 1-minute rest, and then you'll have 5 minutes to hit 5 heavy squat cleans. Again, we'll go through some of the movement standards, some tips, some strategy with you during this video. Whatever you do, make sure again that you get your filming on point. We need to see your weights, so show us your weight. What you can do to make it really clear is tell us how much weight is on the bar as you're lifting. Have someone or have a judge say 100 kilos or 120, whatever's on the bar. Keeps it a track, especially if you're using black plates as well. Don't presume that we'll be able to tell. It can be really tricky, so make sure you are showing us whether they're 10s, 15s, 20s at the end of the video or as you're putting the weights on. So it's 2 scoring parts. You've got a 50 wall ball buy-in first. Everyone will perform 50 wall balls first, then an 8 toes to bar, 8 dumbbell box step overs, and 8 dumbbell front squats for the RX. The scaled will be 8 knee raises, 8 dumbbell box step overs with just 1 dumbbell held anywhere, and 8 goblet squats with 1 dumbbell held with 2 hands. Okay, so we'll talk through that a little bit more now. I would say the main thing that we've got to talk about is those wall balls, where the RX, the Masters and the Vets will all go to the male lines 10 foot and the females 9 foot, and they'll be using a 9K for guys and a 6K for females. Kids and teens, we are going to email you with your specifications, so the target lines and the weights that you need to use. We'll send you an email with that information in. Are we going unbroken on these wall balls?
No, not for me personally. I mean, yeah, you can, but I would personally just take a few seconds off. I say a few, just drop it, reset, and then it will be a planned rest for me, and maybe even a couple, because you want to move quite quickly. You've got them dumbbell box step overs, they fry the shoulders. You've got toes to bar in there as well. Dumbbell front squats. I can't see why a quick break or 2 breaks would be any detriment to the final score.
Yeah. I think the gymnastic side of things, with the toes to bar, step overs and the front squats, because it's just so low reps, you've only got 8, you're always going to probably do them unbroken. So break up the wall balls, and then make sure that when you then do move on to their mates, you're always going to jump up that bar, always hit your 8 toes to bar, pick up the dumbbells, always hit your 8, and obviously your front squats, and just keep on cracking on through it. So yeah, bit of maybe it's a break halfway through on them wall balls, couple of breaks, isn't going to affect you that much, especially if you need to then start dropping towards the latter end of the workout. Yeah, so that's what I would do.
So I would say on the wall balls, it's really simple, guys. Break parallel. Like, that's what we're looking for. Make sure your camera is showing you clearly doing the wall balls. You've got to be hitting your line. Show us which target is yours before you start the workout. Then we know for the whole workout where you're aiming for, and make sure you're breaking parallel. I mean, it's such a simple movement, it's not worth getting no rep on, but we see it every year. We always see people who just aren't breaking parallel. Have a judge stood next to you. They can tell you, get down a little bit or whatever you need to do.
Also, have someone in your box that isn't afraid to no rep you, especially if you're a better athlete in the box, or maybe even a head coach or a coach. Have someone there that's strong, and they don't just let you get away with the reps. Don't be afraid to tell people. That's what you're there for at the end of the day, to judge someone. So get somebody strong enough that if you aren't doing it right, they're going to tell you that you're not doing it right.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
And that's a really good point, because we see it all the time. Maybe because
get your best mate, right?
Yeah. Because we're going to catch you out. So at some point you're going to get caught out. So you may as well cut it in the bud straight away. So make sure you show your weights. You've got the 50 wall ball buy-in. We're going to move on now to part B. So there will be a 1-minute rest. So once you've done your 8-minute AMRAP, your scores for reps, there'll be a 1-minute rest, okay? And your 50 wall balls will be included in the score. So you've got your 50 wall balls, then you've got your 8s to add on. The 1-minute rest is basically your chance to move from that onto your lifting, okay?
It's your chance to put on your lifters, your knee sleeves, take your t-shirt off, all right, all that sort of stuff.
Chalk up.
And chalk up, yeah. And get
elbow straps?
No, like Sam says, it's an easy movement. Transition, you might need to shift the camera around or something like that, so you could be doing all that sort of stuff. and get yourself set for that next part. That's pretty fun, this next bit, I think.
You can have your weights preloaded if you want, but again, you've got time, guys. I wouldn't people are always trying to find loopholes with these workouts. Just get it done. You don't need a loophole. Just you'll do what you can do.
You can have a lot of lifts in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
We had the pairs go through this last comp just gone, man, and some of them were having it was a clean and jerk and a snatch, and some of them having 6 or 7 lifts.
And that's
within
2
a few
people.
minutes.
Two people, wasn't it?
Yeah, so you've got plenty of time. You've got 5 minutes. So how it's going to work is you can perform as many squat cleans as you want in that 5 minutes, but the only ones we care about are your 5 heaviest, okay? You might only do 5 squat cleans total, that's fine. You might do 50. We just want your 5 heaviest. You take your 5 heaviest lifts, you add them up, that's your score. So you do 4 at 100, 1 at 110, your score is 510 kilos. That's right, yeah? Yeah. You can catch the bar in a power and ride it down. We've shown you that on the standards. You can catch it in a power and ride it down. Kids and teens will not be doing this part of the workout. So teens 15, 16, 17 you will be, but the mixed kids and the mixed teens, you will not be doing this part of the workout. You will just be doing 22.2 part A. I think we'll see some heavy lifts on this. We always do. We've been seeing some big numbers in our mixer events. I think we had 10 athletes over 140 kilos, something like that, back at the mixer at Forged. Any tips for this one? Anything to be aware of?
For me, just go in with a banker. Have your bar loaded at a decent weight. Have that 1 minute rest, and then hit a banker. Don't be thinking about having 10 lifts or whatever and working it all out like that. Just get your banker in there and then increase from that, and then if you've hit all 5, then you can go for a heavier one than that banker, right? Get that in. So work it out prior. There's nothing wrong with you having a session where you just build to a squat clean, see what you feel like, and then and you've got some confidence going into that workout.
I mean, if you look at the workout, you've broke parallel. Well, you would have broke parallel quite a few times. Obviously, with all them front squats, the box step up's going to help you a little bit, and obviously all the wall balls. So your squat isn't probably going to be an issue. You can probably easily drop into that squat. So yeah, try to open up with, as Chris mentioned there, open up with something that you're always going to hit every single day, and then just see what you get from there. But it is the 5 lifts, so it takes a little bit of pressure off. If you do miss one, all the time, well, 5 minutes, you can just go EMOM, 1 heavy lift every minute.
One thing I think people may get caught out on is 8 toes to bar, 8 dumbbell box step overs, and 8 dumbbell front squats is going to be grippy. Yeah. So be prepared.
Hook grip the bar. That would help, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it?
If you hook grip the bar, that's going to help. Yeah, that's it.
But I think it's going to be, you only have a week for this workout, so it might very well be a one and done, so
potentially,
play it safe. If I was you, I'd be thinking about, like Mason said, get that banker lift in. Don't be looking for pushing too early in that. Then if you've got your 5 lifts in, play from there. You don't want to be with 30 seconds to go sitting on 4 lifts and trying for a heavy one. Get your 5 lifts in and then play from there.
I think with this one as well, this is probably the most important of the qualifiers, because obviously it's going 2 parts. So I wouldn't be going down the route of, if I just do okay in that one and then do really good in that one. You've got to do well in both of them, so you do need to push it. I wouldn't just kind of slack off the first one because you've got a heavy lift in the bag. It's two workouts, and you don't want to do poo in the first one. Definitely not.
It's a fun workout as well. This 22.2, both parts, man, they're fun.
Yeah, a little bit of jeopardy in there, a little bit of might be a surprise that AMRAP could get tasty.
Yeah. You're going to pick that first clean up and it's going to be like, whoa, that didn't feel too bad, or you're going to be like, whoa, mashed potato.
I am not recovered. That minute might go by very, very quickly.
What are you hitting there then, Chris?
What, for the cleans?
Yeah.
I'd probably open up with a 120 and then go from there. See how that felt. Get the belt on.
I think you're gonna know how it might all change after you've had that 1 minute rest, and then obviously you pick up that bar. Just got to see how it go on feel. So maybe it's going to start at 120 and just
Go on
work from there.
120 and then build, obviously.
Yeah.
If you hit 120.
Yeah, boom, if you hit it.
No, I'll hit 120.
You hit 120.
We'll see.
Fine.
I'll start at 60.
Yeah. And I'll be powering
Just
the
have
squatting.
fun with it, man.
Yeah.
Lifting
Yeah.
under fatigue. What better? Like,
Aye.
that's what we love,
It'll
right?
be hype,
Yeah.
yeah. But I think, so that's 22.2. You've got, I think, a week to do it. We'll send out an email with all the submission details, leaderboard links, everything like that, and we'll see you next week for 22.3. It's going to be a repeat.